Today I'm comparing a couple of Chinese 50mm cinema primes. These lenses are perhaps the top choice for those of you seeking affordable cinema prime options. This is the Meike 50mm T2.1 cinema prime, and they give you a lot of information on the box, telling you focal length, telling you how many lens group elements. It has pretty much everything about the lens right here, which the DZO Prime does not actually do. So that's nice to see this much information on the Meike. And as we open this up, we can see they've taken a slightly different approach. Got a lens cloth, and don't hold me to that lens cloth. I might have mixed these up. I opened this earlier just for the sake of argument. That I'm not going to open, but that's obviously a lens support. I won't get into that. And this is the part we're interested in, of course. So taking this lens in hand, I'm noticing that it has some weight to it. It's definitely a chunky monkey here. And I noticed that a lot of that lens weight is probably attributed to the glass elements, because if you notice, they come all the way up to the end of the lens and pretty much seem to fill the entire lens enclosure with many, many elements of heavy, heavy glass. So I couldn't exactly let it rest like that. So here's the calipers, and I'm measuring up the Vespid primes at 2mm thickness. And a quick test of the Meike shows it to measure in at 1.91. So it's actually thinner. And let's flip it around and look at the sensor facing element. And you can see that this is a very large image circle, because this lens does of course cover full frame. So moving on to the DZO Vespid Prime, we have a decent presentation, and they seem to have given us a quality control card, and this lens checked out fine. And a couple of stickers or magnets, I don't know what they are. I'm just going to toss those in a drawer. And here is the lens itself. Looks packaged well. As I pull it out and unsheath it from its wrapping, there's a piece of desiccant. Put that aside. And here for you to behold in all of its glory, the DZO Vespid Prime in 50mm. Look at that glorious large lens element. So I'll secure that back, and let's look at the front. And the front element looks to be recessed considerably into the housing. And you can see there it is, the DZO Vespid Prime 50mm. The iris seems smooth, and the focus throw is fairly long. Well, I'd be lying if I said that there wasn't a difference in weight, and truthfully, the Meike is much heavier than the Vespid. The Vespid is going to be a much better experience if you're planning to mount your camera with this lens on a gimbal or some other accessory. When it comes to the throw of the iris and the focus throw, I think that the Vespid is a little bit lighter. They both feel good, so no real worries there. The rear elements of both lenses are of comparable size at around 46mm. So this, of course, is the Canon Eos R3, and I want to give you a feel for what these lenses will look like on this camera. So, of course, to use this, we're going to need an adapter, because these lenses are actually native EF mount, not RF. And this is the adapter I have in the clear filter. So you can see. Then I think I'll try the Meike first. And that's about what it's going to look like with the Meike on it. So let's get this locked in and get a feel for what this is. Oh my goodness, this feels great on this Eos R3 body. The weight is just spot on, really balanced. It's very light, markedly lighter than the Meike. Can't wait to get out and shoot with this. I'll be posting soon the results of a shoot with both of these lenses. So like, subscribe, and tune in next time, and I'll catch you soon.